Cola with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you, and it's always a fun day when I get a brand new juicer that I get to share with you guys, and today is one of those days. So today what we're going to share with you guys is actually the latest and greatest horizontal single auger juicer available by Trivest. This is the Solostar 3 juicer, so this is the third incarnation of the Solostar juicers. Now in my opinion, the Solostar juicers has literally led the pack of all the horizontal auger style machines in terms of yield, with the best design that will yield the most. Unfortunately, the Solostar 2 juicer did have some challenges, with the plastic breaking and whatnot. So hopefully in this model they have improved that. In addition, with this model, a few new features. It's BPA free now, and also has stronger plastics for the auger and the juicing screen. In addition, it has an expanded and extended warranty for 15 years, which is the longest warranty in the juicing industry, I'm glad to say. So in general, the horizontal auger style machines are best, hands down, for juicing the leafy greens. If you said, John, I want to juice only leafy greens or mostly all leafy greens, I would recommend the horizontal auger style machine to you, because it's going to by far do the best. Yes, even over the vertical juicers that I like so much, the horizontals in general will get, I don't know, I'd say roughly, because it depends on what you're juicing in the juicer and whatnot, 25% more juice than the vertical auger machines when juicing leafy greens alone. In addition, these are also very efficient at juicing the hard vegetables. That being said, if you want to juice a lot of fruits, these are not the machine for you. Every machine has their pros and cons, and I make all these videos so you guys can determine, which juicer is best going to meet your needs, because once again, your needs may be different than my needs. So before we open the box and share with you guys what's in the box, the main new feature of this Solostar 3C is that not only can you use it as an electric juicer, which virtually all other juicers on the market have, right? You plug it in, you turn the button, and you can start juicing. Not only do you have that on the Solostar 3C model, you also have a conversion kit. That's what the C is, conversion. The conversion kit basically allows you to take the whole end cap unit, the juicing parts, and put it on a hand crank unit, so now you can attach it to your table and hand crank if your electricity goes out. Maybe you're camping and you want to be able to juice. Maybe you're at a tailgate party and your buddies are drinking beer, but you want to make fresh juice. Well, you can do it with the Solostar 3 juicer. Another great use for the attachment also is if you maybe live off the grid, you have electricity sometimes, and sometimes you got to conserve. So when you got electricity, you can use the electric, and when not, you can use the hand cranker. But I think for me, the most valuable use of the hand cranking attachment is when I'm traveling. It's very big and bulky to take the electric motor body, but you could easily pack this along with the end cap of the juicer and put it in your carry-on bag. And yes, you can take these juicing parts as a carry-on, no problem whatsoever. And you'll be able to juice on the road with the Solostar 3 juicer. This is a feature that's not available on any other juicer that I'm aware of. It has not only the electric, but the manual attachment. So let's go ahead and open the box here and see what we got. Alright, so the biggest part that's in here, of course, is the main juicer body. As you guys can see, it's nice and compact. Let's see, pretty much like other horizontal single auger machines on the market at this time. It's in black with gold striping, gold pin striping, I guess, that you probably can't remove if you don't like the look, because it looks like to be a sticker. I personally would probably remove it. Let's see here. This one, what's really cool, it has a standard plug on here, so it takes that standard IEC computer cord. So when you're storing it, you don't have a cord hanging. I like this a lot, better than the cords that are hanging on there. It's a little bit more cleaner design. And then it has a 180 watt motor, so this is nice, heavy duty and stout. Let's see here. On the machine there's an on and off switch, so it's a rocker switch, it's 3 position. So you press it down to the where the 1 is, that's forward. you press it to the 0, that's off, and you just momentarily contact it, the back direction to the 2, and that's reverse. So the reverse is only used to basically unblock or unjam the machine. Let's go ahead and set that guy aside and see what else is in the box. Of course, in the box is the instruction manual and the warranty cards. So I always encourage you guys to read the instruction manual before you use your machine. Also be sure to check my videos on proper use and instruction. Many times I'll have videos on demonstrating the machine, and I'll share with you some of my tips and tricks that may not actually be in the instruction manual to get the most and best use out of the juicer. So one of the cool things about this instruction manual is that at the end of this instruction manual has over a dozen recipes, like juice recipes, and also other recipes you can make in the Solostar 3 juicer. So I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and put that guy aside, and let's see here. Alright, so this is the main body, or the main juicing apparatus of the Solostar 3 juicer. And this is different than other single auger machines in a few ways. Number one, this auger and this assembly is actually a lot longer than the other models on the market at this time. What does that mean? Well, basically that means a larger auger. Due to the larger auger, it has a design where it actually just, you put the produce in there, it literally crushes, and as it sends the produce down the auger, it literally crushes it more and more and squeezes out the juice. So I would consider all single auger juicers a cold press style machine, because they're literally pressing out the juice. Many manufacturers, even to this date, are calling single auger machines a masticating, which is not true in my opinion. A masticating, like masticate means chew, so a champion is a true masticating. These slow juicers far surpass a masticating juicers in my opinion. So yes, this has a longer auger. This auger is also made out of the GE Ultim material, which is virtually BPA free, and in testing reports I've seen there is no leaching from the Ultim into the juice when they have tested that. So I like that a lot. So it has a unique auger design shape. Now, along with the unique auger design, they also have to have a larger screen. It has the largest screen of any horizontal auger style machine. What does this mean? This basically means that there are more holes for juice to come out when you're juicing in it. So that means you're going to get the highest yield the first time you put the produce through the machine. On the flip side, this also means that there is more screen area to clean, and the screen on any juicer is the most difficult part to clean. So it will take you the longest to clean this machine compared to other horizontal augers. But the other thing is that you're going to get the most yield. So if yield's the most important to you, don't mind cleaning, this is the machine you're going to want to get. So yeah, they have now improved this. This is made out of the GE Ultim material, 8 times stronger material. So hopefully there won't be any screen breakage, with the new design, as that was a problem with the older Solostar 2 model. Next, we got the standard housing here. And this is that housing that holds the auger and the screen. This has basically been beefed up, because one of the challenges the previous model had was this would bust out. So this has been improved, looks a lot stronger than it was before. So if you're concerned about getting BPA in your juice, this juicer, you're probably going to avoid all that, because it is BPA free and virtually BPA free. Finally, we have the end cap housing that you just basically put on in the machine and it locks into place. The cool thing about this is that it actually has an adjustable end cap here that you could actually just turn off, and you could screw it all the way in really tight, or you can loosen it to reduce the back pressure. So it's always best to have this on fully tightened when juicing. Sometimes if you're juicing fruits or softer things, you may need to just remove this completely, or just put it in a little bit and just turn it a little bit so that there is a little bit of back pressure on the pulp before it comes out of the machine. The job of this device here is to keep maximum back pressure so that it assures you you're going to get the highest yield. Let's go ahead and show you guys how easy this machine is to assemble. Basically, you're going to take the drum here, you're going to put it on the machine here, and you're just going to rotate that, locks into place. Then you're going to take the auger, slide the auger right in there. It's going to go all the way back, and then you're going to take the screen here. On the screen, there's these little cutouts on the bottom. It's like like bumpy, and then you're going to go ahead and take this little bumpy part. That always goes down. In addition, it says upper on the top here, and the upper is always facing up. You're going to go ahead and slide that in place. Really simple, real easy. Then you're going to take the end cap here, and it says open and close, and you're going to take that and line it up with the open and close, slide it into place, it just turns in. And same with this part here, the outlet control locks into place. So after we got it all assembled, there are still a few more pieces you'll need to get juicing. First is really nice, it's the funnel, so this allows you to easily add produce into the machine. It's a nice funnel that's going to capture a lot of produce. One of the cool things that this machine has that not many juicers have is actually this next piece here. When you're storing your machine, you know, if you live in a dusty area, dust may settle and go into your machine. They provide you a nice cover here. It's a Solostar. Put on the top. It's going to protect your juicer from getting dust in it. Like it a lot, dust cover. Next, you're going to get two collection containers. One is for the juice. It's going to go right underneath to catch the juice, and then the other one is to catch the pulp. These are both BPA free. So now that we're all set up to juice, we need one more part that's going to be critical to get juicing, and that's right here. That is the pusher. So I only recommend you ever use this pusher to push produce items into the machine. Don't use a fork, a knife, you know, your hands or anything. You know, I have had ex-girlfriends, and that's not the reason why they're my exes. You know, put in knives. Actually, more than one of them have done this. And they put knives in them, and they damaged and broke the auger. And that will not be covered under warranty if you put a knife or something else into the machine, you know, and it gets damaged. Don't ever use the pusher to push produce in the machine. It's specially designed to do just that, and it will not damage the machine. So yes, nice push there. Now let's see here. Of course, we're going to need the cord. So this is a standard computer cord that your computer may be using right now. So it is easily replaceable if you do misplace or lose it. Also, it is detachable. So when you're storing it, you can actually put this separately, and it looks a lot more clean. Let's see, the next part we're going to have in here is a strainer. So this little strainer or sieve will basically go over your collection cup right in there, so as the juice comes out, you can take out all that extra pulp. In general, the single auger style machines make more pulp than the centrifugal ejection style machines like the Jack LaLanne, the Breville, you know, or the other machines that you actually may already own. This is a completely different machine. It will take longer to juice because you are having to put things in a 1.5 inch feed chute, and every piece of produce you put in, you're going to have to literally push in with the plunger. That's why I don't particularly care for the horizontal auger style machines. You know, I like machines that do more auto feeding, and that's why I like the vertical single auger machines personally. But as I mentioned before, they get actually less yield on the leafy greens. I would recommend the Solostar juicer if you are looking for a vertical auger machine. Actually, it's quite good and probably does the best job on leafy greens that I've tested to date. So you going in further, oh, check it out, this is really cool. They actually even provide you with a secondary sieve. I mean, this is a very simple and easy part to include, and this is the only juicer I know of that includes actually two strainers. So you could strain the juice here, and once you get the juice out, you could double strain it if you want. In general, I usually double strain my juices to get a nice pulp-free texture, because I'm not a big fan of the pulp, although sometimes I will drink it. But yeah, I'm glad they provide two strainers to get the pulp out. Next here, we got a few attachments. So this is really cool. Now, besides just the juicer, the Solostar 3 machine is a multi-purpose machine. So what this part is, this is called a blank plate or a solid plate. What you're going to do is you're going to take out the juicing screen that comes right here. Now, when you use the juicing screen, one thing happens. The juice comes out the holes, it drops out the bottom of the machine, and then the pulp comes out the front of the machine. When you put this in, this literally just makes only pulp. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the right orientation, slide it right in, slide this top in right now, and now we're set up to make pulp. So if you want to be able to use this as a two-stage press process, you can use this as stage one because it's just going to make pulp coming out the front. And I would recommend taking off the back pressure outlet here and just letting the pulp free fall, and then you could take this pulp and put it in like a Wells press to press out all the delicious juice. This is also very handy if you put on one of these other nozzles on the end here. You got two of these nozzles here. These are pasta making nozzles. So you buy like a pasta dough kit at your local grocery store, and then you would make that, put the dough through the machine, and then you would extrude the pasta shapes that you would then need to cook up. If you want to make raw pasta, this is not the machine you'll use. You will use what's called a spiralizing tool that we also have available at discountjuicers.com. And then we got this one, and I want to show you guys the difference. This one actually has a large hole. This one has a smaller hole. The smaller hole one is for juicing. The large hole one is for when you're homogenizing, and that's what this attachment is for, homogenizing. And what that does is literally just crushes things up. So whether you want to turn roasted peanuts into peanut butter, this is the attachment you're going to use with a blank plate. Whether you want to make a salsa, you could put in tomatoes, onions, cilantro, everything through here. It'll basically mush it or grind it all up for you, mince it up, and you'll have a nice salsa each and every time. Another popular thing to do with the blank screen is to make frozen fruit sorbets. So whether you want to make banana ice cream, take frozen bananas, put it through here. It'll make a frozen yogurt-like consistency coming out of the machine. And when you eat the straight frozen bananas with nothing added, it tastes similar to the ice cream that you're used to, but it's much healthier for you because it doesn't have the added corn syrup, monodiglycerides, the preservatives, and all this other kind of stuff. I mean, I want you guys to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. And with the Solostar 3 juicer, you could do just that, because not only can you juice your vegetables, you can now process your frozen fruits into sorbets. So you imagine making like, a frozen banana and frozen strawberries mixed in for a, banana strawberry delight. Oh, that's going to be so good. So yeah, that's what the attachment allows you to do. Let's see, we got a few more parts in the box. Oh, of course we have a very important part. This is the special cleaning brush. The cleaning brush is imperative, and it looks kind of like an oversized toothbrush. I wouldn't necessarily recommend using this as a toothbrush if you're that cheap. It does have actually stiff bristles. I do recommend an extra soft toothbrush for brushing your teeth. But the extra stiff bristles are perfect for scrubbing your juicer screen clean. After every use, the most important thing to do is to clean your juicer even before you drink your juice. I like to drink my juice right after I make it, but it's imperative to clean your juicer first before pulp residues dry and clog up the juicing screen, because then that will decrease yield over time and reduce the performance of your juicer. So right after you're done juicing, you're going to go ahead and take out the screen and start scrubbing this down. Also on the back side, you have a little screwdriver end, so sometimes pulp gets clogged in this screen. So I like to take the screwdriver end and literally just, brush it down and get all the pulp dislodged and out of the screen. You can do this on both sides by using this as a little scraping tool to dislodge all the pulp. Once you do that, then you're going to go over and you're going to brush this vigorously to get all the pulp out of the screen. Now, I estimate that this juicer is probably going to take me under 5 minutes to clean, because I have cleaned the older version of this. But the main thing is, this screen has a lot of surface area. Other single auger machines that I clean take probably under 2 minutes. So this is going to take you double, because there is over double the screen area. Now this is definitely a benefit, because you will see higher yields, based on my testing. So yeah, specialized cleaning brush. All right, so we're down to the last part that is included with the Solostar 3 machine. Let's go ahead and pull this guy out. This is a manual attachment. So this manual attachment should be used on a table or the bed of a pickup truck that can be clamped down. And it looks like you probably got a good 2.5 inches. We're going to go ahead and show you guys. This is just a standard clamp with the, you got to unscrew here. And we're going to go ahead and do the maximum distance so you guys can see how wide or the width of your table can be. So that's all the way down. Then we go ahead and put this on here like this. So you have you need a table at least this width or narrower. I think this table will work. So we're going to go ahead and maybe move this guy over and set this guy up and show you guys how it works. All right, so how this guy works is you're going to take this guy, put it on here, then you're just going to go ahead and take it, put it on the table that you're going to attach it to, and we'll kind of do this at an angle so you guys can see, although you would want to put this on straight. We're then going to turn the thumb screw on the bottom to basically tighten up the clamp, and we're going to want to make sure it's fully tightened properly. If you do not clamp the unit, it's not going to work properly. So we have it clamped down nice and tight. We're going to go ahead and put this handle on, and it just slides into place. Then we're going to tighten this little thumb screw so that it's stable. And then we're going to go ahead and take the main body that I left over here. Easy to disassemble. And we're just going to go ahead and put it on here. Really simple, real easy. And turn the collar, lock it into place, and now we're all ready to hand crank. And yes, you can use this to make juices, or actually even make the sorbets and peanut butters. Although keep in mind, the juicer is automated. It's going to run at 80 RPMs, or revolutions per minute, so that's faster than 1 time a second. So if you're cranking it, I don't know if you could go faster than 1 time a second, like each rotation. You're going to have to go really fast to go that fast, so you're going to actually run at a lower RPM, which means less oxidation, but it may not work exactly the same. So, and you will have to have some muscle power, you know, especially to grind up some of the nuts and frozen bananas and whatnot. And then you're going to have to turn while actually also you're pushing, so you may want to get a helper, like actually a son or daughter, to crank it while you're pushing stuff in. That'd be kind of fun. So that's pretty much how you use a conversion kit on the Solostar 3 juicer. The main features of this machine, to sum up: number 1, it's convertible. You can run it on electric or hand crank power. Number 2, it has the new BPA-free and virtually BPA-free materials. It is 8 times stronger than the previous model. In addition, for me, what's really huge is it has a 15-year warranty, which is the longest warranty in the juicing industry at present time. And finally, the main thing is, for me, for the leafy greens especially, it's going to get the highest yield of any juicer I've ever tested. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube videos to see an upcoming episode when I'm actually juicing with the Solostar 3 machine, and I will also be pitting it against other popular horizontal single auger juicers. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors. Alright, this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you, and this is one of the ones you probably guys been waiting for a long time. Basically, I'm going to talk about all the different name brand, high-end, top